What happens in the mother, a hierarchical, matriarchal wild cat, and all these breeds contain enough wildness, okay, is that what happens, the matriarch will come and lick with the favorite first, and then later it'll walk around touching noses or grooming the other. That's how they keep the balance. It's like the smell gets all shared around. It actually gets in the taste bud, goes in the senses. But the matriarch will do it in the proper order every time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You can actually read it. There's actually studies that have shown this. It'd be hard to find in the archives, but they're there. And so that's what you want to do, is that we think particularly at first you might have even more time being around. Your sister likes to work longer hours or be gone for longer stretches or at different times, you know. And you can actually establish yourself as the top of the cat matriarchy without ever letting anybody know except Kitcha and the other cats, okay? And again, this will avoid any fights, you know, and it'll put Kitcha at the top. Same thing when your sister's gone and you happen to feed the cats. Her first, she eats in front of all of them until she's done. Even let her sit and lick her chops a little bit. You want the other cats drooling for a speck of a morsel of food that Kitcha has slobbered on. That may sound cruel, but she needs it because she's small and she's older. Little cat. You had no clue that we were cat helpers, did you? Cat behaviors. Yeah, just better be pretty steady. It's going to get louder. And you hear it. We're stroking her. We want to say organs of the cats can experience extreme relaxation. They purr louder the more relaxed they are. Look at the black cat for a second.
Close his eyes.
You see what we're doing. When the princess purrs, the clan relaxes. Notice he's listening. You can hear when the purr gets to a certain loudness, there's peace amongst the cats. There are several deformities we explained before, and you felt the shifting of the bone of the vertebrae. Kitcha's actually has one less backbone than most cats of her breed. There's some deformities from birth, okay? And what I say the extra vertebrae would have been in the area here of the shoulder blades and the spine. You don't need to try to find it, okay? But occasionally you can find that one that's just a little bit crooked. Right there it is. Now feel in there now. See what it feels like now. You felt like what it felt like before.
Mm-hmm.
Can you find the little floating chip on the top of that one?
Shoulder blade?
Do you remember how there was one that was tilted that way and had an extra protrusion on the top of it? Do you remember feeling it? Let's stand around. I'm going to show you something. Find the one that you were so concerned about 5 minutes ago. Where'd it go? Do you remember correctly? We're joking with you. It's gone, isn't it? Search around there. First, you remember what it felt like before we worked. Find it.
Not yet.
Where did it go?
I don't know.
It's not there anymore, is it?
No.
Let's be certain. Let's get that way up in this part. It's gone, correct? Yeah. Wonder where that extra. Where did it go, Kitcha? We healed her. Yes, you see, that is one of the cysts that you were feeling. It's above the spine. And it's actually, we're going to call it the master cyst. It's very small, but very hard when it grows. And what it does is it shuts down the nerve impulses into vital organs, particularly the lungs. Okay? And that what we did was dissolved it. It's gone, isn't it? It's not there anymore. It felt like a little piece of bone. Yeah. You don't, it's like you can't believe your senses, but yet you know it's gone, correct? What it did is we dissolved it into her lymphatic and into her circulatory system, and it'll get, she'll lose it in her urinary system. Okay, that's why she was purring so loudly. As we dissolved it, it's just it just felt good. She felt her heat. She felt her warmth. When you feel that grow again, if it comes back, after a week or so, call us, and we'll dissolve it again, if we have permission, okay? Are you certain it's gone? Oh yeah, it's like she's...
she's in agreement with all of that.
She's in bliss, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's... We told you that some of the cysts were growing. They were pressing on the nerve that went to the kidneys but particularly the liver. And so that's actually one that it's what it is that one's hooked to the diaphragm. And when it presses too much, her diaphragm spasms. And then it puts extra additional pressure on the liver, the kidneys, and the lungs. Okay? You find her wheezing or coughing, feel if it's back. See if it's there. Okay? And it's quite simple for us to work with a cat, particularly when it's nice as this, and just flipped it away. And, on the other hand, the senses don't want to believe, do they? So over the next couple of days, see if you can find it. Because it was big and it was there, it was obvious, correct? Yeah. And that the reason that she is of a smaller stature is there actually is one vertebrae less. If you want to get down to cats and count them, you'll see there's one vertebrae less than the others. And what this did was sort of limited the size of her body. The other kinks around her tail and the mid-back, what they did is made it more difficult for her to, even give birth or to lick. Hard for her to turn around and lick because it would hurt or whatever. And that's where all the cysts came out of, was not enough for nerve energy. And once again, what we've done is sort of revved up her motor, okay? Now, what we did, we told you before, we give you a little bit more information, okay? It's important for you to understand, we talked about, we pulled energy from other places of our body to help with this, okay? Is where we pulled it from is, we want to say, there's 3 different locations. We pulled it a little bit from the circulatory system, where there's just enough blood pumping to keep her alive, okay? If she runs or plays very much, she gets tired. She was already starting to get tired, so there was extra energy there, okay? And what we've done is sort of turned that back up again, okay? That the other place is that, again, there's 2 other places, that the parts of the body that grow hair and did you notice that her hair didn't get quite as long this winter? Did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's like her hair's growing slower, and the parts of the body that connect the joints and what we call grow the nails, or even the teeth a bit, there was extra energy there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem with robbing Peter to pay Paul is it does make it that she'll get stiffer, or again the mental acuity has dropped a little bit. But it's better for her to sort of be a little bit senile than to be dead. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And with the dissolving of that cyst, what we're going to try to do is gradually draw energy away from the various cysts and put those back into the system. That's where there might be the 12th and 13th life come from. However, and again, we're not fiddling or playing with the system, but we're saying that our system is delicate enough that there could be a sudden collapse, because particularly if one of those cysts moves into a sudden urge to grow wildly, okay, and we can't control them, we can simply try to pacify it, okay?
Yeah.
And again, it's not about us increasing the growth rate in any of those, but we're saying if one of 3 different cysts starts suddenly growing and she becomes pain-filled, will you consent to have her put to sleep if she is suffering? Will you let her go? Because we need to know that,
Yes.
to continue to attempting to extend her life, because it's important. Now, again, we want to show you what just happened. Okay? The princess said, just because you come and ask, see, and just watch for a second, you're going to see something again. You see, the black cat came down with saying, is it really true that you are the princess? Let him go. This is important. If you watch what's happening, that, so they sniffed, and she said, back, I am the princess. Okay? Now the black cat is saying, but I don't believe that. And so it's standing and batting very furiously. Kitcha is just batted back once or twice. She reared back to strike. That wasn't retreating, that was rearing back to do a sudden strike forward. That may look like scared, but it's not. Where the black cat is overextended. If you know anything like about boxing, it's overextended, and she's back going, I will box your snout if you come any closer. The black cat starts circling around behind to do a behind attack, and Kitcha turned and showed her rear again. Okay?